Hey guys, welcome to linguamarina. Today's my favorite topic. We're going to talk about sounding more American, something I've been working on for a while now. You know, I've been studying English since I was, 5 years old, and I moved to the US about 9 years ago, so I've put a lot of time into learning English over the years. When I was living in Russia and studying English, I studied British English. It was an okay British accent for a foreigner. And obviously, since moving to the US, I've been working on perfecting my American accent. I love listening to Americans and trying to figure out how to sound more like them every day. It's interesting and fun. So today, I want to share with you some things I have learned about sounding more American. And it might come as a surprise to you, but it isn't just about accent or pronunciation. It's also about choice of words and learning the many different ways an American might say something. So let's get started. By the way, if you want to dig deeper into the American accent and want to learn from someone who's been helping people reduce their accent professionally, I can highly recommend my teacher, Vanya, who's part of my company called LinguaTrip. He sounds 98% American. He is the only person who I know who's moved to the US with an American accent, and his accent is impeccable. My American friends are not able to tell that he's not from here. I will leave a link below to his course. It's one of the best courses on accent training I've ever taken, so highly recommend that. Now let's talk about some simple pronunciation tips you should be using if you're working on mastering American English. First of all, there's this quick tip that you might have noticed. Very often, American people say "n" instead of "and." Just listen to these phrases. My friends and I.
Look, my friends and I need...
And I. You and I.
You and I. You and I.
And with that.
And with that.
So almost all the time, Americans will not say "and." They will say "and." And there are so many smaller nuances that you need to pay attention to. Now, the second thing that I noticed when especially consuming a lot of content on YouTube, and I want you to see this with me. Let me show you something. One of my favorite creators, his name is Graham Stephan. He talks about personal finance. Let's look at one of his videos.
What's up, Graham? It's Guys here. So just over 4 years ago, I made a video about 7 daily habits that changed my life.
See how he emphasizes words. Let's listen to this again.
What's up, Graham? It's Guys here. So just over 4 years ago, I made it.
So just over 4 years ago. See how he stresses the important words. 4 years ago.
I made a video about
I made a video.
7 daily habits that changed my life.
Daily habits that changed my life. I am showing you this example because he really makes an effort to sound like this. He doesn't sound like this in real life, but for his videos, he does that. He emphasizes important words, and it makes it much easier to understand what he's talking about, because his topic, finance, investment, is a little bit hard for a regular viewer, and he makes it easier to understand him by emphasizing certain words. So really pay attention to how American YouTubers speak in front of the camera, because in real life, Americans also emphasize important words. I'm going to buy milk.
I am going to buy you...
I am staying home today.
I think she stayed home today.
I don't feel well.
I don't feel well.
Oh my God, I love that painting.
I love that. I love that.
Oh my God, I love this photo.
That was a lovely photo.
My third tip is actually my favorite tip, using interjections, and I love using them just because they make my life easier. By adding interjections, you sound more American, and sometimes it even gives you this extra half of a second to think about what you're gonna say next. A very simple example will be, wow, that's amazing.
Wow. That's wow.
Wow is an interjection here. Now, the next thing I'm going to talk about, and I want to talk about it in even more detail, because you probably heard me do this all the time, and I do it because this is what my American friends taught me to do, and because it is so common to hear Americans doing it. I say gonna and wanna instead of going to and want to.
I'm gonna!
I wanna die.
For example, instead of saying I'm going to go to the store to pick up some groceries, By the way, you can say groceries and groceries. I've heard both versions, and sometimes people who say groceries laugh at me when I say groceries. I think groceries is more common in California. At least this is what I hear. By the way, let me know, what is more common in your area where you learn English? Do you say groceries or groceries? It's interesting. So there are different ways to pronounce things. And of course, it's different from country to country, state to state. Now, Americans typically turn this phrase into, I'm gonna go to the store to pick up some groceries. Or groceries, depending on where they are. So I'm going to go becomes I'm gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna go. Wanna go to dinner first? And yes, you heard it, wanna. Again, very common for Americans to turn do you want to go into do you wanna go? Or even just wanna go shopping? Wanna go grab some food?
You wanna go? I wanna go!
Hey bro, you wanna go to New York with us for spring break? Heck yeah. So want to turns into wanna. Do you wanna? I wanna. They wanna. Does he wanna? But pay attention, because you don't wanna say he wanna. This is a mistake. In this case, you must pronounce the T and the S. He wants to go. She wants to go.
Look, he wants to go.
Let's move on to the next tip, and you've actually heard it in one of the examples I just gave you. Namely, the use of the word heck. Now, you have likely heard the words hell and heck, especially if you watch American movies. These are very common words used by Americans all the time. And if you master when and how to use these words, you will fit right in. I'm joking, nobody cares, but it will help you sound more American. Heck is a less vulgar version of hell.
What the heck is Heck Mountain?
You will hear kids say heck, and adults who want to choose the less vulgar option. Hell will be said by kids as well, but it is frowned upon, especially by their parents and teachers. And of course, you will hear hell in lots of adult situations. Here are some common ways to use heck or hell. What the heck are you doing? What the hell did you do this for? Now, of course, you could just say, what are you doing? Or what did you do this for? But lots of Americans will add in heck or hell to express irritation, surprise, or even disbelief.
What the heck are you doing?
Here are some sentences you've definitely heard before. Why the heck did we buy this house? We can barely afford the mortgage. Where in the heck did I put my keys? I can't find them anywhere. So you see, you just insert either heck or hell into a phrase to emphasize that you're irritated, frustrated, shocked, or feeling annoyed.
What the heck are you doing, you moron?
Lots of people even say it to add humor to a situation. You might hear someone say, well, I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but luckily it turned out okay, and then laugh. Now be careful, because you wouldn't want to offend someone by using this phrase in a formal setting or with your boss or your mother-in-law. Just use it with your friends or co-workers you know well. Now imagine you're watching a football game with your American friends. You can say, what the hell are they doing? What the heck just happened? Are you kidding me? If you're upset by something that's going on during the game.
Who the hell are you?
And of course, the words heck and hell have many uses. If you know Taylor Swift's song Wildest Dreams, she says that the guy is handsome as hell.
He's so tall and handsome as hell.
Again, she means that the guy is very handsome, extremely handsome. I think you're getting it. Now, finally, guys. I know it's a huge problem for me, and I'm pretty sure it's a problem for you too. And this problem starts with an A. Articles. I am struggling with them because I'm Russian. And in Russian, we don't have any articles. And I remember when I was 16, I won a major competition in English in Russia. And I came to see my friends in the UK. I was like, can you rate my accent? Can you rate my English? And they were like, Marina, you're perfect, but you don't use any articles. They don't exist in your speech. You use them sometimes, but most of the time you just forget about them. Americans definitely use articles, and Americans notice if I forget about them, so I'm working on it. So make sure you remember to use a, an, or the as needed. Here are some examples. When we were in Hawaii, we visited the Big Island. When you go to the store, can you pick up a dozen eggs? What the hell, guys? We still have so much work to finish. We're gonna have to pull an all-nighter. Did you hear that? An all-nighter.
It was an all-nighter.
It actually means when you stay up all night to finish a project or to study for a test the next day. The next day. And if you really want to sound American, run the have and the to together and say have to instead of have to. Americans are notorious for running words together, which makes it difficult for English learners to understand what the heck is going on. For people whose native language doesn't use articles like Russian, using the correct articles or an article at all can be challenging, but it will help you sound more American if you can master the proper use of a, and the. Okay, these are just a few simple tips to help you sound more American. I will share more with you in my future videos. And of course, there is a course by Venya, who is so much better at speaking American English than I am. I highly recommend checking out his course. You can start it anytime after you purchase. The link will be down below. And let me know which tip will you use to help you sound more American in the comment section. Thanks everyone for watching this video all the way to the end. I hope you found it useful, and I hope that you will start incorporating these tips into your speech today. Take care and see you in my next videos. Bye!